Alright, so this is the absolute meta 1440p to 4K gaming PC build with the Ryzen 7800X3D for around $1,700 to $2,000 gaming PC. So press on that like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos of that kind, and please check out the links in the description. And without wasting any further ado, let's get to the benchmarks, actually 4K. But first up, we're gonna get a little bit competitive, and when it comes to Call of Duty Warzone 3.0, you will get easily over 300 frames per second, but 264 at 1080p or 1440p ultra settings. Next up, you got Valorant, and you'll find yourself having crazy frame rates around 800 fps at 1080p max. So yeah, you can even hit it to 1000 if you're not recording or optimizing the PC software wise. So that's actually really crazy what you're gonna get. Fortnite, and you'll easily get 700 to 800 fps, no problem at 1080p competitive settings. The Last of Us Part 1, you'll have at 4K easily 60 fps or even 70 fps. Starfield at 4K high settings with DLSS enabled, you will have 60 frames experience, no problem. So yeah, this is the PC, this is the meta gaming PC. And the CPU, we're looking at the Ryzen 7 7800X3D. I've talked a lot about how good this CPU is. At $320 on AliExpress right now, but it goes for $350 on Amazon, something like that. So yeah, it really gets the job done. Pairing it with this air cooler being the Peerless Assassin for $35 is just crazy good performance that you get out of this CPU. And it doesn't need the highest end cooling, you know, it's not, you know, a power hungry or kind of, you know, a CPU that requires a lot of thermal dissipation. So yeah, one of the fastest CPUs for gaming right now. Comparing it to the sub $700 CPUs from Intel, it still really reigns supreme with that 3D V-Cache technology. The board, we're looking at the Gigabyte B650M, a worse of course, because we had to go with the, you know, a beefy board, because you know this is a beefy PC, so why not? And this board's got really a lot of bells and whistles. It's got really solid VRMs for the future. If you wanted to do overclocking, it will handle that just fine. And it's got a lot of other features if you are a content creator, of course. The RAM, we're looking at 32GB DDR5, I believe 6000 MHz RGB RAM, because this is an all-white PC, so why not go in with RGB in it? So yeah, it really gets the job done. A lot of really good performance out of 32 gigs. You can go with 48 gigs if you are actually a content creator again, but 32 gigs for gaming is just fine even at 4K. The SSD, we're looking at a 2TB M.2 Gen 4 SSD, and again, this is the high-end PC, so why not go with anything less of 2TB, you know? It kind of gets the job done. It's a really fast boot up times with one of the fastest and really great loading speeds, so yeah, a really good space in general. And the GPU, you know what it is. We are looking at the NVIDIA RTX 4070 Ti Super, the white version that goes for around $830. So an all-white gaming PC that requires, you know, a white GPU, of course. And I love the 4070 Ti Super. I love that you can actually do overclocking and get even better performance out of it. It's a really good GPU when it comes to overclocking, but you know, you only feel that difference when it comes to the high FPS games. But when it comes to the kind of the games that, you know, more GPU intensive, it's not that big of a deal. And again, it's kind of comparable to the RTX 4080 in terms of performance when you of course play at 4K. So you're getting everything. A 16GB GPU for $800 is a great steal in my opinion. You can go with a 4080 Super, of course, if you are willing to make this PC for around $2,000. The power supply, we're looking at an 850 watt 80 plus gold rated power supply, and it will handle the PC just fine even if you did some overclocking. It's a really great power supply for thermal take for $100, a really premium power supply. And the case, we're looking at the beautiful NZXT H6 Flow RGB in white, because you'd need that for a white PC. And yeah, that's been it. If you like the video, press on that like button. If you want to see more videos of that, subscribe and check out the links in the description. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.